Nation Network. What's going on? Hey, it's CVV, Chris Van Vliet, and you guys are crushing it. I want to send you a big congratulations on the 2,000 subscribers. And I love that everybody's kind of jumping on board here and realizing how great the content that you're putting out is. So for the community, a big thank you for being part of the Nation Network. And you guys are just getting started. Woo! Keep it going.
Throw the third switch! Not the third switch. Throw it, I say! Throw it!
Atomic batteries to power. Turbines to speed.
Wrestling here on the Nation Network. We're going to be bringing you some of the top matches anywhere in the world of professional wrestling in our main event tonight. You definitely don't want to miss this one. It is the return match, mandatory return match for the Nature Boy Ric Flair, the NWA World Heavyweight Champion. He will be putting that title on the line in a return match from the Parade of Champions back on New Year's Eve against Kevin Von Erich. We all saw how that one turned out. Von Erich walked out the champion, we thought. But then the board of directors got together along with the championship committee and decided, due to the events that led to the victory, that match and that title would be stripped of Kevin Von Erich and given back to Ric Flair. However, Flair is here tonight to defend that championship as mandated by the NWA's governing board. That and plenty more action. Stay tuned. We're getting ready to take you to the ring. All right, fans, we're ready to kick off the action here this week on what promises to be an extraordinary night of professional wrestling. And here comes the Dingo Warrior. What an interesting specimen this one is, as the Dingo Warrior hits the ring. Really not sure what to make of this man. He's definitely put together. He does seem to be a little bit wild, though. Perhaps some of this energy, if it were better contained and controlled. He's going to be going up against a man, though, who definitely knows his way around in Jimmy Jam Garvin. Gorgeous Jimmy Garvin up on the apron and down through the ropes. Considers himself to be one damn fine man. There'll be a massive experience advantage for Jimmy Garvin, but boy, oh boy, take a look at the physique of the Dingo Warrior. The referee just got taken out by Jimmy Garvin inadvertently. Backed into the ropes now, into the corner, and Garvin and the Dingo Warrior. Will there be a clean break? Doesn't matter, there's no referee. As these two started off on their own, referee still face down in the ring. We might need medical attention out here to check on him. He's out. Garvin caught him with a clothesline clean right across the chin, and now he's starting to get back to his feet. The Dingo Warrior with a suplex, taking Garvin all the way over. And now goes for the cover, hook and a leg. There's one. It appears that our referee has shaken off the cobwebs enough to continue the match. We'll have to keep an eye on that. And now the Dingo Warrior driving the head of Jimmy Garvin into the mat. Elbow right to the back of the head. Here's the Irish Whip reverse, and now Garvin puts him over the top rope. Did not go to the floor. Thus far, the referee is not inclined to disqualify him. There's a knee to the midsection. The Dingo Warrior now battling it out with gorgeous Jimmy Garvin here ringside. And the action falls back inside the ring. We don't know much about this Dingo Warrior from parts unknown. That doesn't tell you much. As he just dropped Garvin across the top rope, and the size and strength of this guy, it's a lot for anyone to bite off. Gorgeous Jimmy Garvin came in here tonight looking very confident. I'm not so sure that same level of confidence radiates throughout the body of the gorgeous one right now. Now that he's had a chance to feel the sheer power that is the Dingo Warrior. Garvin gets him back up on his feet. Nice move right there by the Dingo Warrior to take Garvin over. Boot was caught, clothesline by Garvin. And now Jimmy Garvin shoots him to the ropes, back out front, knee to the midsection, and the Dingo Warrior feeling that one. He is definitely not impervious to pain. And now draped across that top rope. Garvin slingshots him back to the middle of the ring. Referee standing by. And now Garvin, what's he got in mind as he goes out to the floor? Perhaps thinking, why did I take this match? Oh, look at this. The distraction may have worked. And no, it didn't. It backfires. Garvin took too much time once he came back in. And now the Dingo Warrior trying to pop the head of Jimmy Garvin, perhaps right off his shoulders. Look at the torque on that. This crowd really liking what they're seeing here from the Dingo Warrior. Are you kidding me? He just pressed Jimmy Garvin up and dropped him like a bad habit. There's a cover, two, and he kicked out, but Jimmy Garvin is gassed. Oh, the look on the face of Jimmy Garvin right now. His eyes rolled back in his head. The Dingo Warrior knows that he is very close to putting him away in this one. There he goes again. Tremendous body slam. Garvin probably about 7.5 feet in the air. And the Warrior with a splash. Dingo Warrior goes for the cover, hooks the leg, and Jimmy Garvin doesn't look like he's going to do anything here. That's how this one goes. Tremendous victory for the Dingo Warrior here this week, ladies and gentlemen. As we take a look at some of the replay moments. Look at the strength of this man, pressing him high overhead and just dropping him like a bad habit. Give credit to Garvin for being able to kick out of that, but after the big splash there, here we get another angle. That's just too much for anyone. And the Dingo Warrior chalks up a big victory here on World Class Championship Wrestling. A most impressive victory for that man, ladies and gentlemen. Stick around, more to come, including the World Heavyweight Championship title match when we come back.
It's time to grab your popcorn and your soda. Get your favorite candy. And get ready because we are going to the movies. We're going to be watching and reviewing some of the most iconic movies featuring superstars of the world of professional wrestling. Will it be thumbs up or thumbs down? We'll give you our thoughts, you give us yours. Come check us out as we review some of the greatest titles in its genre. Make sure you check out the Nation Network as we take you to the movies. Wrestling fans, right after this program is done, enter the danger zone. Jump over and check out J-Rock 73. Tell him Vince sent you.
Trust me.
All right, wrestling fans, as we get ready to see a couple of the biggest names we have here in world class right now, Jake the Snake Roberts entering the arena, heading down towards the ring, carrying that incredible specimen of a python. He calls it Damien inside that burlap sack. Saw him a little over a week ago, victorious in a big match, and that snake came out to celebrate with Jake the Snake Roberts. I don't really think anybody here is looking forward to seeing that happen again, especially not tonight, because tonight he's going to be going up against much tougher competition. Standing across from him in the ring momentarily is going to be David Von Erich. Last week we saw David Von Erich almost become one half of the world-class tag team champions. He and Kerry Von Erich very close to pulling off the win, but the time limit got past them. Most people in attendance believe that if there were another minute or two left on the clock, they would have pulled out the victory. David Von Erich heading down towards the ring. Later on tonight, his brother will be challenging for the NWA World Heavyweight Championship. There are those that really thought David Von Erich would be the one getting the shot at the Nature Boy Ric Flair at the Parade of Champions. The board of directors in the NWA as well as the championship committee got together and they deemed that Kevin Von Erich was next in line Referee calls for the bell, and look at this, wasting no time at all. Jake Roberts just got wiped out with a big clothesline. David Von Erich doing a number on Jake Roberts right now, and Roberts doesn't know which end is up. Big knee lift, and down goes David. Oh, these guys are bringing out the heavy artillery early on in this one. Back to his feet, and now Jake the Snake Roberts with the Irish whip to the ropes. Back down front, knee to the midsection. And Jake Roberts taunting him, and that's probably not the right strategy. You don't want to play with the Von Erichs. Going to work on that arm of Jake Roberts, and that's a smart strategy. Von Erich knows if he can disassemble or discombobulate that arm, do some damage to it, he might not be able to apply that DDT hold, which we have seen put a lot of people's lights out very quickly here in World Class. And Von Erich fighting back once again. Oh, look at the press overhead and slam of Jake the Snake Roberts. He must have been watching the Dingo Warrior earlier tonight. Went for a pile driver, it looked like, but Roberts was not going to have it. Jake Roberts, and now he got caught. Looked like he was getting ready to hand out some more punishment as David Von Erich instead with a shoulder tackle, and Roberts goes down in the corner. David Von Erich hammering away on the head of Jake Roberts, struggling to get back to his feet thus far. Now David's going all the way up to the top rope. David, crossbody splash, and hooks the leg. There's one, there's two, and Jake Roberts able to escape. Drives that knee into the head and follows it up with a flying elbow drop. It is getting deafeningly loud here. No, just a second, here comes the claw. The iron claw on the midsection of Jake Roberts, and he is in extraordinary pain. Continuing to work the arm of Jake Roberts. Trying to incapacitate, and now there's a claw, again the iron claw. Jake Roberts in trouble. Referee wants to know if he wants to give it up. Roberts struggling to stay alive. Give credit where it's due. Not too many people can say that they have been on the receiving end of that hold and come away to tell the story. Now Roberts going to try and slow things down. Get it back under control. He's got that rear chin lock cinched in. Here's an elbow to the midsection and another one by Von Erich. And now Roberts sends him over the top rope, and he's able to hang on. Referee has the discretion of calling for a disqualification. Anytime a wrestler is thrown over the top rope, generally only if they hit the floor will we see it happen. Roberts with a nice fireman carry right there, taking him over. And there's a cross knee backbreaker, and now David's in trouble. Roberts again with a gutbuster this time. And if Von Erich doesn't find a way to turn this thing around very quickly, here's the wind-up and that short-arm clothesline, and we normally know what he follows that up with, but Roberts is not at 100% right now. How much damage has been done to that arm? Perhaps he's not able to put the hold on. The crowd not happy at all. Jake Roberts has him and drops him with that DDT. Goes for the cover, hooks the leg. I don't think Von Erich's going to be able to kick out. He does. Jake Roberts is furious. He's giving the referee an earful right now. Roberts can't believe no one has ever kicked out of that move here, world class. And now it's Von Erich with a devastating clothesline. Here's the flying elbow drop once again, and now Jake Roberts sent into the corner, and the crowd on their feet. Von Erich, he's got Roberts on the top rope now. Let's see what he's going to do with Jake. Sets him up. Going to be a superplex, and Roberts, his body contorted with the impact on that canvas, and now hook and a leg, that might be enough to put him out. Roberts kicks out. Oh, these two guys are really testing one another here tonight. Not a first-time meeting for these two, by the way. The bad blood between them is definitely carrying over. Here's the Iron Claw. Jake is down. Referee is right there, and I can't believe he's going to be able to survive it again. Look at the squeeze going on, and that's it. David Von Erich gets the win, courtesy of the Iron Claw over Jake the Snake Roberts. Tremendous victory for that man right there, ladies and gentlemen. And watch out, Jake Roberts not happy. Roberts goes for a clothesline. David was ready. And he takes Jake Roberts out. When we come back, the World Championship will be decided. Stay with us.
You will never pin me. Now it's everybody's favorite time.
All right, fans, this is the match we have been waiting for. It was over a week and a half ago that we thought we crowned a new NWA World Heavyweight Champion. Despite the fact that there were definitely some unusual circumstances around that match and that victory. Kevin Von Erich walked out the champion, didn't keep the championship, however. The NWA stripped him of that title, returning it to the Nature Boy Ric Flair, who is back here tonight in Texas to defend that championship as mandated. We take a look here at the World Heavyweight Champion, Ric Flair. Exuding confidence, as he always does. It's been a great night of professional wrestling action, ladies and gentlemen, and we're capping it off with the biggest of all. The NWA World Heavyweight Championship. Nature Boy Ric Flair getting ready to go up against the challenger, Kevin Von Erich, for the second time. I talked to Kevin Von Erich about a couple hours ago, right before we went on air, and asked him what strategy he was going to employ here tonight to try and regain that championship title, and he said, you know what? I'm not going to give them an excuse to take it from me tonight. I'm going to win it straight up, and he's going to look for that Iron Claw. You can bet yourself on that. And here he comes, and this crowd on its feet. The state of Texas watching on as Kevin Von Erich enters the ring, getting ready to do battle with the World Heavyweight Champion, Ric Flair. Here we take a look at the world champion. And that is what they are going to be competing for, the NWA World Heavyweight Championship title. From Charlotte, North Carolina, the Nature Boy Ric Flair. Relinquishing the championship now to the official. Kevin Von Erich barely looking at the championship belt. He is looking straight across the ring at Ric Flair. Hail sounds, action's underway. The World Championship on the line. Let's see if it goes longer than the last time these two met. Big drop kick. And Von Erich taking the Nature Boy Ric Flair down right off the bat. And now Flair comes out the back door, drops Kevin Von Erich on the back of his head, goes, shoots the half grab, and now has him over. Irish whip over the, no, I thought he was going to send him over the top, and that's a disqualification if the referee sees fit. Nice takedown now by Kevin Von Erich from that side headlock. We heard from him a couple of weeks ago. Kevin stated the reason he did what he did at the Parade of Champions is because he knows he can have a tremendous wrestling match with Ric Flair, and he also feels that as soon as the moment is coming up where he is going to take that title away, Flair is going to come up with some underhanded tactic that's going to cost him the title, and he decided, in his own words, to beat the devil at his own game. Big hip toss takes the champion across, and look at Ric Flair, not too happy at all. Von Erich follows it up with a nice suplex. Recently, his brothers, David and Kerry, had an opportunity to challenge the Fabulous Freebirds for the World Tag Team titles. They came up just short. As the time limit expired in a match that could have gone either way, we look forward to perhaps a return match with those four men in the near future. But right now, all eyes focused on the ring for this one. And Kevin with that fisherman suplex. And Flair rolling out to the apron, and he's feeling it. And this crowd solidly behind Kevin Von Erich. Ric Flair on the apron, baited him in. Oh, he's not the dirtiest player in the game by accident. Goes to the eyes, and now Flair down low, and this is exactly what Kevin Von Erich was talking about. Referee allowing this to happen. He doesn't want to disqualify either man. We want to get a winner in this one if at all possible. Kevin Von Erich now with that slide out drop kick to the side of the head of the Nature Boy. Flair had his bell rung with that one, and now coming off the top with that cross-body splash. Kevin Von Erich has the arm. Single leg monkey flip takes Ric Flair over. And now Von Erich quickly scales the ropes. He's waiting on the Nature Boy to get back up to his feet, and Flair has no idea where Von Erich's at. There's the crossbody. Oh, he couldn't hook the leg. If he would have, we might have had a new world champion, and now what's he got in mind? There it is, the Iron Claw. The Iron Claw's on, and Ric Flair is in the middle of the ring. Referee's asking if he wants to submit. And Flair won't give it up. That World Heavyweight Championship title, it is a motivator, ladies and gentlemen, unlike any other. Rear chin lock now cinched in, and Flair really pulling back on this one. Kevin trying to remove the pressure by turning into the hold, and now a couple of elbows breaks that headlock, and now nice Irish whip reverse. Flair put him over the top rope. He was able to hang on, and now both men decide to battle it out here ringside. Referee begins the count. I gotta tell you, this is a little bit more like the match I had anticipated seeing on New Year's Eve. Flair bringing him over to the ring apron, throws him back under the bottom rope. Oh, the pointy elbow right to the head. And Flair back in as well. As much as Kevin Von Erich wants to prove that that win wasn't a fluke, Ric Flair wants to prove that it was. You might not like the tactics of the Nature Boy Ric Flair, but he has to know himself that he is the best in the world. Big elbow right to the head of the Nature Boy, hooking a leg. It's 1.5. Kick to the back, and now Flair right back up in response. Oh, sleeper hold. Kevin Von Erich has locked him in a sleeper hold. Ric Flair in the middle of the ring. Oh, and he does the only thing he can do, and that is a jawbreaker to break the hold. You don't get to be the World Heavyweight Champion by luck. Russian leg sweep nicely done by Ric Flair. And now, the Nature Boy standing him up, sending Kevin into the turnbuckle. Knee to the midsection, and now what's Flair going to do? From that middle rope, Flair with the elbow. Crowd not happy at all with the turn of events that's taking place here as Ric Flair follows him in with that knee to the midsection that might have been close to the border. Another elbow drop, and the Nature Boy is in control. Kevin Von Erich slowly back to his feet. Flair takes the ankles. And now Flair with a figure 4 leg lock. Will this be it? Referee is right there to see if Kevin wants to give it up. He's going to have to turn this thing over and reverse the pressure, and he does. Flair forced to release the hold or do damage to his own knee. We've got a back and forth battle here in our main event, ladies and gentlemen. Monkey flip takes him out. And now there's a springboard, crossbody. Kevin Von Erich has got this crowd on its feet. If he could have hooked the leg, I think we'd have had that chance. Oh, there's the claw. The Iron Claw is locked on the head of the world champion. The referee is there to see if he wants to submit. Flair hanging on for all he's worth, and Kevin may have just done the damage. Kevin Von Erich was going after the leg of Ric Flair. Hard to say what he might have had in mind there. There's one, and a kick out the back door. This crowd could feel it. The title was slipping away from the Nature Boy Ric Flair. I think even he would admit that. Flair comes out the back and dropping Kevin Von Erich on the back of his head. Now Flair to the middle rope. What's he going to do from here? Boot to the chest. And there's that axe handle down across the head, and Kevin rolling out to the floor. That might be good strategy, because at least out there you're not going to get pinned. It'll give him a moment to try and clear his head. Flair fighting his way out. Both of these men have unloaded on one another. They have each applied their favorite moves, and neither man's been able to put the other down. Flair and Von Erich battling it out here ringside, and now Flair sent under the bottom rope back in, and Kevin joins him. A count out will get you a win, but it won't win the title if you're Kevin Von Erich. And now he's all the way up against the top rope. Kevin driving down with a knee. He goes for the cover. He hooks the leg. There's one. There's two. And we've got a new world champion, and this time they're not going to be able to take it away. This crowd has come unglued. Kevin Von Erich proving it was not a fluke. What a match, ladies and gentlemen, as we take a look at the replay. He came off a little high on that crossbody, otherwise he might have had this title earlier on. Both of these men brought their best, and they brought out the best in one another. Look at that crossbody and the impact. Kevin Von Erich didn't have to wait long. This time they're not going to be able to take it from him. Kevin Von Erich is indeed the NWA's World Heavyweight Champion.